great escapes from the election anxiety syndrome. And we're sitting on the democratic stage of the Metropolitan Opera where anyone can perform, as long as they can get the high notes. There's a sound problem. We need more sound? They're working. They're working.
They're working. My phone's good.
Yours is good. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. You missed my jokes. So with me are the vanguard, the new vanguard of fantastic singers and one longtime maestro who have helped change the shape of opera, and please give them another round of applause. So, in the next 20 minutes, we're going to have a quick discussion with a lot of people. So Benjamin, as the main protagonist of this opera, bravo, first of all. How do you feel?
Bravo!
How do you feel after this tour de force performance?
I don't know if I'm allowed to say that on the stage of the Met, but I'm hooked.
Worst things have been said.
Very, very energized. I mean, this is a role that gives a lot of energy, but also is draining. I love it. I love to be here. I love to sing for you. I love it.
Would you say this is the most demanding role in your repertoire so far?
For my type of tenor, I would say yes. For the romantic lyrical tenor, I don't think there is something that is more taxing. But every category of tenor has its own Hoffmann, but this is really a peak, and it's a long night. But fortunately, I'm not alone. I have amazing colleagues.
Right. But one last question for you. As a native French-speaking artist, does that lower or increase the stakes for you, singing one of the quintessential French roles?
It's just amazing for me to sing it anywhere in the world, whether I sing it in Paris with my friend Chris, or in Salzburg with my friend Chris, or at the Met with my friend Chris. We are a couple now. This is my favorite role, really. I dreamt of this role when I was a teenager. I had a VHS cassette of a version of an opera house in Europe with Placido Domingo and Georges Pet, and it was from '84, and for me Hoffmann was like the role that I might never sing one day, and now I'm here and I'm the happiest.
Well, having you sing it on the stage at the Met is a dream come true for us. So thank you. So as Hoffmann's nemesis, which of your four demonic roles is your favorite?
Dr. Miracle by far is the most interesting musically to sing. We have two monster trios in there. For me, the most interesting part. Of course, the diamond aria Dal Battuto is the highlight of the evening, as far as I'm concerned. No offense to doll arias and things like that. But yeah, Miracle for sure my favorite.
So you've sung many nefarious characters on our stage, from Mephistopheles and Nick Shadow, various incarnations of the devil. So is this something that attracts you in particular, or is this just the nature of bass?
Clearly typecasting, but beyond that, it's fun to root for the bad guy, and I try to make sure that my bad guys are having fun. And so if I'm having fun, the bad guys are having fun, I think the audience is enjoying it. It's less easy to enjoy it.
So do you have any particular bad guy role models that you...
I do. I think about Javier Bardem in No Country for Old Men. That's the ultimate.
That's pretty bad. All right, well, thank you. So, Vasilisa, I would like to ask you, first of all, this is your Met debut.
Yes.
And also your role debut, too.
Exactly.
That's very, very view. For you, playing this pivotal role in this opera, you're on stage all the time. How do you feel about having this kind of narrative role in this production?
Oh, I enjoyed it so much, and especially enjoyed to be a couple with a diva. Yeah, really, we're having so much fun with the show, and in this production, my character is absolutely something special, and I'm really so happy to perform all that evening with her.
You know, I know that you and I haven't talked about this, but I know that you have an extraordinary repertoire. You've sung everything from soprano roles to contralto roles, and including the incredibly difficult Queen of the Night arias and the Magic Flute.
Many years ago, yeah.
So what made you decide to be focused on being a mezzo?
So it's a difficult transfer because when you have this type of voice with a long range, so you never know, and your repertoire always depends on your technique, on the people who you're around, on your teacher when you're young. So yes, I started as soprano, then I changed my teacher and I started singing the mezzo roles. But now I understand that if your voice is okay to sing these roles, they are okay for mezzo and for soprano as well. Why not? And it's so interesting, and it's really made me work on my technique, on everything more and more.
Cool. So we'll be watching you closely to see what you're up to, and hopefully you'll be singing many more times here. So, maestro, in contrast to Vasilisa, last Saturday we celebrated your 500th performance.
Bravo!
Which I think we pointed out at the time is 20 more than Toscanini performed here. So how does that feel?
That's a different time, different generation. I don't want to think about that. The only thing that I can say to you, I have all 500 and more now performance, they are all in my heart. Every single second, every single singer, every single production that happened in this fabulous opera house, this to me is it's my life. It's my life. I spent more than half life in New York and the Met, thanks to Peter and everybody else here in this magic building. I feel really at home when I do opera in this situation. And just thank you so much.
Bravo! Bravo, maestro! Bravo!
This is the first time you've conducted Hoffmann here, right?
Yeah.
So do you have anything to say about would you like to say about the score?
Yes. Hoffmann is only be performed when you have a super cast. Otherwise, it's not good. So in this condition, we have the best we can ask today. They are fantastic. Not only great singer, great person, great soul, great feeling. In the rehearsal, we have so much fun. We create things. That all the things you saw in the afternoon, it's built day by day through this amazing artist. Thank you so much, guys. It was really a great experience. The new opera for me, of course, is not familiar with French repertoire, but involved in this situation with those singers and this beautiful music and those orchestra, of course, the chorus. I don't mention the massive people who work in this opera. But really, it's a constant joy.
Well, you know, I know that the orchestra and the chorus of the Met really love you, and for good reason. So what is it? Is it very different conducting them in French, the repertoire, than the usual Italian repertoire that you're most familiar with here?
You know, at the end, to me, music is music. Good, bad, but it has to be music. Good music. French, Italian, German, doesn't matter. Russian. Music is music. when you get the feeling from this voice and this music and this orchestra plays fantastic tunes, you get involved, and there's no difference. It's making music in any language. Music is the language of the universe, so we can just speak through the music of the hands. For me, and my connection is always ends to connect it with the people. It's French, German, Russian, or New Zealand, whatever. It's not difference. It's not difference. You have to catch the style. Of course, you have to work out maybe more than you used to. When I built an opera in Italian, it's much more easy to me, the approach. In this case, I have to maybe as more think. And the score, in the libretto, but at the end, to me, the base is that music is music for everybody.
Thank you so much, Marco. So, continuing with your excellent cast, I'd like to speak to the person on my right here, Erin. Bravo.
Brava! Brava!
As usual, you gave us a lesson in high-flying vocal technique, not to mention acting up a storm as the robotic doll portrayed.
Thank you.
So, what is the secret to great coloratura singing?
Well, you just push this button right up. So you crank out.
When you don't have the crank.
When I don't have
The
the
charge.
You know what? I love this role so much. I think the key to this role is really practicing separately the elements, practicing the singing separately from the movements, and then practicing them together so that they are really kind of married in harmony together. And now I sort of, at this point in the run, I feel like I can't sing the music without the action. So that's how it feels at this point. But I mean, practice, practice, practice. What can I say? I don't know.
Well, you first sang, when this production was new in 2015, you sang this role, and you were fantastic then. You seem even more fantastic today. How have you evolved? I mean, is it, what has changed in you between then and now?
You know, yeah, this is my third time in this production. I think it's a real luxury to sing one role many times in the same production because you get more comfortable with it and you get more creative with it. And I feel a little bit like Olympia, where I feel like I need to push the envelope each time. It's a little pressure because you feel like it does need to be at least as good, if not better, than it was the last time. But that's also a challenge that I like. Something that's kind of fun in this iteration is we've changed a bit of the movements. You know, Koshini carries me off stage that we haven't done before. We've added little elements here and there that keep pushing the envelope for us. But I love this production. I love this stage. Such a pleasure.
Well, it's a pleasure to have you, and you sound better than ever. Pretty, bravo for your performance today. Do you find a special connection with Antonia, who prizes art so highly?
Absolutely. It's an incredible connection because we truly don't understand ourselves sometimes. We kind of figure ourselves out as artists, but playing an artist and her passion for singing and realizing the wealth of freedom in melody and harmony is something very unique that I found very, very, very fulfilling, especially coming back to the Met after 5 years and being in this amazing company. It has been truly magnificent.
Do you find for you and for Erin and for Clémentine, who I'm going to ask a question in a moment, do you find it very difficult to have to rely, to put all of your energy to just one act, as opposed to a normal opera where you're singing throughout?
Well, I have a different view because I've had the privilege of singing all of them, all of the ladies in Europe, and it was an artistic challenge for me that I wanted, and I'm happy that I had that experience. So as an actress, though, it gives you much more to think about in terms of how you view each scene. And concentrating on this one particularly, which is my favorite. I love the dog. I love the dog. Who doesn't love the dog? But there's an incredible deep and connection and sort of completeness in the second act with Antonia's act, musically, dramatically. Even if she starts and stops, it doesn't really get to somewhere. It tells us about herself and her way of life of not being free. And then when you get to really know her is when there's the trio, that she blooms and flourishes and finally she gets to be free, and it's a very, very particular type of freedom.
Well said. And so, Clémentine, I'm very impressed that you can sit in that dress.
Brava! Brava! French woman.
Is it hard to sing that? No.
To sing in this dress, it's hard to sit, but not to sing.
So, as the other native French speaker in the cast, how would you describe the French vocal style?
Oh, well, I mean, it depends on the composer, but it's true that I always say that when, I get to sing Italian roles and, of course, a lot of French repertoire, and there is something quite intimate with the French. It's on the lips, you have to, you cannot sing that loud in French, you have a certain limit, and you have to, of course, always prioritize the text. And of course, I mean, to me, as it's my language, I get an intimacy with this repertoire that, I love.
Is it, obviously one of your great signature roles is Carmen.
Yes.
So is it more fun to play a pure evil character such as Giulietta, or?
I mean, it's not as much work than Carmen, of course, because I don't sing as much. I don't get to steal the reflection of Don José, which, I'm happy to do this here. And no, it's interesting because, of course, there's an element of Carmen in Giulietta. And it was interesting to, I sang Carmen a few months ago here, and to go back in another kind of seductress and more evil one. But I always think that, in every evil character you have to find the humanity, and she loves diamonds.
I guess that's very good. Well, we're almost just about out of time. So Benjamin, I have one final question for you. So you recently had your largest audience of your career singing in front of millions during the closing ceremonies of the Olympics in Paris. What was that like?
That was, I realized afterwards how frightening it was. And I remember receiving one of my first messages was from Chris, who was in Salzburg being proud of me and on the screen and everything. And I think before that I did not realize that it was very special to be in Paris. I was born a few kilometers away from the Stade de France. I had this chance to be where I am in my career now, to be invited to the Olympics, and that happens if you're lucky once in a lifetime. And that was really, really special, and I hope that it brought maybe to a larger audience to be a bit sensitive and curious maybe about opera, music, classical music. I hope it did something.
Well, some of them maybe followed you here today. Thank you all so very, very much. I hope you have a great evening. I hope you all have a great evening. Thank you for being with us.
Thank you.